dear students, we shall now continue the other exercises given in your textbook, the integrated grammatical exercises. So, today's episode includes exercises on error spotting, filling in the blanks with articles, prepositions, determiners and so on. Now, let us proceed with the textual exercise. This is the question for you. Some words are missing in the following passage. Insert a slash where the word is missing and write the missing word in the blank provided against each line. The first one has been done for you. One day, many years ago, mother of somebody. Therefore, you feel that there is something missing here. What is that? One day, many years ago, the particular person, the mother of someone. Therefore, you insert the article the. The mother of 56-year-old British diver Rick Stanton. Now, the mother of dash 56-year-old British diver Rick Stanton. So, the mother of the 56-year-old British diver. Whose mother? The diver whose name is Rick Stanton. And what is his age? 56 years. Next line. Asked him to watch dash TV program. So, when I read it, asked him to watch TV program. It sounds odd. So, something is missing there. So, what did she suggest? She suggested that he should watch a TV program. So, the article a is missing there. About two cave divers who dash taking the. So, who taking? Again, it is not complete. So, who were taking. That auxiliary were, helping verb were is missing. About two cave divers who were taking the longest cave dive the world. Again, dive the world does not make sense. Something has to come there in between dive and the. So, it is the preposition. Longest cave dive in the world. Stanton was hooked and decided cave. So, here you could say Stanton was hooked to it and decided, or Stanton got hooked and decided. So, instead of was, you could replace it with got. Stanton got hooked and decided, or Stanton was hooked to it and decided cave diving dash is future. Again, something is missing. It sounds very odd. So, what did he decide? That cave diving was his future. He soon, next line, became won the world's. So, again, won the world does not make sense. So, it should be one of the world's, next line, leading cave divers dash had an. Leading cave divers who had an uncanny knack. He is one of the world's leading cave divers who had an uncanny knack. Again, seeing what? So, knack and seeing, they are not connected. So, uncanny knack of what? Of seeing what? Uncanny knack for seeing what? Other people missed. Was his ability. Again, missed full stop. Suddenly, the sentence starts with was, small letter. So, something is missing there obviously. So, just read the next line so that you can find out the word that is missing here. Something was his ability to see. So, it was his ability to see. So, the missing word is it. It was his ability to see dash obvious. To see obvious. See obvious does not sound right. To see obvious, that helps Stanton. So, to see not the so obvious. See, he had the uncanny knack of finding out something that missed the eyes of the others. That is why he was the most popular divers or one of the most famous divers there. So, what is his ability there? Leading cave diver, because he had the ability to see not the so obvious. That helps Stanton. This quality, this helps Stanton along dash fellow diver. So, along with fellow diver. Along fellow diver does not make sense. So, along with fellow diver, John Volanthan finds soccer. So, to find soccer. Again, to is missing here. To find soccer players and coach. And coach is odd there. So, and their coach who had gone missing the most dangerous caves. Who had gone missing where? Inside one of the most dangerous caves. The most dangerous caves, the plurality there, caves, tells me that I should use one of. Okay? I will just read it once again so that you understand the full passage. One day, many years ago, the mother of the 56-year-old British diver Rick Stanton asked him to watch a TV program about two cave divers who were taking the longest cave dive in the world. Stanton was hooked to it and decided cave diving was his future. He soon became one of the world's leading cave divers who had an uncanny knack of seeing what other people missed. It was his ability to see not the so obvious that helped Stanton, along with fellow diver John Wallington, to find soccer players and their coach. You can even say diver John Wallington find the soccer players also, that is also right, and their coach who had gone missing inside one of the most dangerous caves. So once you carry out the correction, just read it and see whether it gives you complete sense. Now we move on to the next one. This is quite interesting. Rearrange the following phrases to make meaningful sentences. The first word has been given in bold letters. So to follow and food sources, to hunt, our earliest, a nomadic drive, ancestors had. So I got our earliest, O with the capital letter, which gives me the clue that the sentence starts with this part, our earliest. So I keep organizing the words in the proper order, shuffling the words in the proper order. You can even use a pencil and write it down on your examination paper, and once you arrive at the answer, can rub it off and write it in ink. So our earliest ancestors had a nomadic drive, that will, to follow food sources and to hunt. So we have to be very careful, because food sources is one part, again to hunt is another part. So you link both with and. I repeat, our earliest ancestors had a nomadic drive to follow food sources and to hunt. To hunt comes together, so we cannot separate those words. We move on to the next one. Starving to death, it has a full stop. To move, and they needed, explore, literally avoid, to find, herds, and the best. So they needed, it starts with a capital T. They needed to move, so it required that they move. They are nomadic, so they have to move from one place to another. Explore, to find the best herds, and literally avoid starving to death. Once they find the best herds, they can hunt and they can satisfy their hunger. They can get their hunger satisfied. So they can literally avoid starving to death. So read it once again and see whether the entire meaning has been conveyed or whether some part requires a slight shifting. Next one, conquest, since then, adventure and refinement has fueled human. So since then, capital S, therefore that is my beginning, that's the clue there. Since then, human adventure has fueled conquest and refinement. Why did they go on conquest? Because of the need for adventure and refinement. So they modified their way of hunting. Embrace, thrive, adventure. People when seek out and they. People thrive when they embrace and seek out adventure. When they embrace, when they follow and seek out, look for adventure. So people thrive, people live when they go on adventure, because that is the only source for their getting food. They have to go hunting and fulfill their hunger. Adventure almost as well accompanies desire of growth. So desire of growth with a capital D, so start with that. Desire of growth almost accompanies adventure as well. So they go together, adventure and desire of growth. So this one part accompanies something as well. So that is how you rearrange and find out the answers. We move on to an exercise on listening. So this is again a textual exercise. You got a beautiful picture in your text describing this novel and wonderful detail given here. So this is the question. So this will give you practice to face your practical examinations too. Reading comprehension as well as your listening skill. Now you're looking at it and looking at the answers, so that helps you in your reading too. You are going to listen to a tour guide who guides the tourists and explains the anti-gravity spot in Santa Cruz, California in USA, popularly known as Mystery Spot. So it's going to be an interesting episode because mystery spot, The very heading, mystery spot, tells you that there is something wonderful, something very mysterious about it. Now your teacher will read out the passage. You won't be looking at the passage because I cannot face you directly. Personally now I have the passage displayed here, but actually in your examination that only the teacher will look at the passage. You will hear only the questions after the teacher reads out the passage. So practice it in that way. Try not to look at the text. Mystery spot defies gravity and logic. You have to understand the meaning on your own. They are quite simple words. So when you look at the matter, you will be able to understand the meaning of the title. Hi everyone, welcome to a guided tour to a wonderful hiking trail high up a forested hillside to the mystery spot. Gravity and other forces go haywire at this pseudo-scientific anomaly discovered in 1940. The site is located in Santa Cruz, California, amongst the oak and eucalyptus trees near Granite Creek and within the California redwood forest. It is a circular area of effect around 150 feet or 46 meters in diameter. Within the mystery spot, you will be stunned as your perceptions of the laws of physics and gravity are questioned. On this gravity hill, you will experience tilt-induced visual illusion. The illusion experienced by visitors results from oddly tilted environment as well as standing on a tilted floor. These visual illusions include balls rolling uphill and people leaning farther than normally possible without falling down. The mystery spot was discovered in 1939 by a group of surveyors and was opened to the public in 1940. The mystery spot has amazed and perplexed hundreds and thousands of visitors from all over the world. Some speculate that cones of metal were secretly brought here by aliens and buried in the earth as guidance systems of their spacecraft. Some think it is in fact the spacecraft itself buried deep within the ground. Other theories include carbon dioxide permeating from the earth, a hole in the ozone layer, a magma vortex, and the highest dielectric biocosmic radiation. Whatever the causes, it remains a mystery. Now I'll read it once again. You're not supposed to see the passage, so try to listen and grasp as many important points as possible. Mystery spot defies gravity and logic. Hi everyone, welcome to a guided tour to a wonderful hiking trail high up a forested hillside to the mystery spot. Gravity and other forces go haywire at this pseudo-scientific anomaly discovered in 1940. The site is located in Santa Cruz, California, amongst the oak and eucalyptus trees near Granite Creek and within the California redwood forest. It is a circular area of effect around 150 feet or 46 meters in diameter. Within the mystery spot, you will be stunned as your perceptions of the laws of physics and gravity are questioned. On this gravity hill, you will experience tilt-induced visual illusion. The illusion experienced by visitors results from the oddly tilted environment as well as standing on a tilted floor. These visual illusions include balls rolling uphill and people leaning farther than normally possible without falling down. The mystery spot was discovered in 1939 by a group of surveyors and was opened to the public in 1940. The mystery spot has amazed and perplexed hundreds and thousands of visitors from all over the world. Some speculate that cones of metal were secretly brought here by aliens and buried in the earth as guidance systems of their spacecraft. Some think it is in fact the spacecraft itself buried deep within the ground. Other theories include carbon dioxide permeating from the earth, a hole in the ozone layer, a magma vortex, and the highest dielectric biocosmic radiation. Whatever the cause is, remains a mystery. So that is your passage for listening, children. Now I will read out only the questions. See whether you can make out the answers and fill them on your own. Afterwards, we will get back to the answers. Based on your listening, complete the following with appropriate words. The speaker is a dash. I repeat, the speaker is a dash. The name of the tourist attraction is dash. The name of the tourist attraction is dash. Have you written the answer? So I will give you some time to roughly note down the answer. You can check it with your text as soon as I complete the questions. Mystery spot is surrounded by dash and dash. Mystery spot is surrounded by dash and dash. Question 4. It is in the midst of dash. So see whether you can write out the answer there. Number 5. It is located in the granite creek dash. 6. It covers an area of dash diameter. The spot defies the laws of dash. 8. The visitors will find themselves in dash environment. 9. Balls rolling uphill and people leaning farther are the proofs of dash. I gave you a specific term, remember? Balls rolling uphill and people leaning farther are the proofs of dash. Question 10. Some of the speculations that center around the mystery spot are. Some of the speculations, the theories, the ideas, the guesses that center around the mystery spot are. 1. Dash buried within the ground. Second point, cones of metal buried to dash the spacecrafts. Cones of metal buried to dash the spacecrafts. Dash permeating from the earth, that is the third one. Dash permeating from the earth. Fourth one is very simple. Even before you hear it, you could give me the answer. A hole in the dash. Okay? Now let us look at the answers. You have the passage in your textbook, so you can check it up there. Question 1. The speaker is a tourist guide. See, what did your introduction say? You are going to listen to a tour guide. Therefore, the speaker is a tourist guide. Second one, the name of the tourist attraction is dash. So in the passage, we said the tourist guide guides the tourist and explains the anti-gravity spot in Santa Cruz, California in USA, popularly known as mystery spot. So the answer here is mystery spot. Mystery spot is surrounded by, see, you get the clue in the third question. Okay, mystery spot is surrounded by dash and dash trees. So you find that it is amidst. It is surrounded by oak and eucalyptus trees. It is in the midst of something. So where is it located? So you get the location there amongst the oak and eucalyptus trees near Granite Creek and within the California redwood forest. So in the midst of California redwood forest. Number 5, it is located in the Granite Creek. Where is it? Santa Cruz, California. If you want, you could write USA. Sixth one, it covers an area of. So whenever you get measurements, numbers, distance and all that, make a mental note of that. Using your pencil, you could quickly write it down on your paper and rub it off later. So it covers an area of. So area 150 feet. Then you got diameter. So or 46 meters diameter. It could even be of 46 meters diameter. Then next one is very easy because of the tilting process that we discussed in the passage. You could easily write it. The spot defies the laws of physics and gravity. So you get the exact statement there. It defies. The spot defies the laws of physics and gravity. The visitors will find themselves in dash environment. What sort of environment there? An oddly tilted environment. You cannot stand straight. You have to tilt in a slanting position. So they find themselves in an oddly tilted, at a strange angle, at a peculiar angle. So an oddly tilted environment. Balls rolling uphill and people leaning farther are the proofs of, the technical term was described there, tilt-induced visual illusion. So that is the term here, tilt-induced visual illusion. So whenever you get definitions or certain terms for which explanation is given, make a note of those terms or the key idea of the particular term that is explained and whose definition is given. Now some of the speculations that center around the mystery spot are dash buried within the ground. So you can say cones of metal buried within the ground, or if you can remember very vividly, you can say cones of metal brought by aliens and buried within the ground. Just cones of metal would do, because that is the main answer. Then second one, cones of metal buried to dash spacecrafts. Again you get the clue to the previous answer from this statement. Cones of metal buried for what purpose? To guide spacecrafts. Then third one, what permeates from the earth? Carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide permeates from the earth. And last one, very simple, very easy, common sense, a hole in the ozone layer. A hole in the ozone layer. So you can ask your friends or your parents or your brother or sister to read out some passage, read out the questions, then you can try to find out the answers and check it with your text and take a good practice of this listening session so that you can fare well in your examination. Now we move on to the next exercise. So here you have points scattered within your textbook, okay, and here options are given, general definitions are also there. So you just read the question and pick out the answer. So which word means absence of government? So it is autocracy, right? Then second one, when something is hilarious, it is dash, scary, funny, sad, boring. So what do you have here? Scary is frightening, funny, that is very amusing, comical, then sad, of course, you know, sorrowful, and boring, you know, dull and monotonous. Hilarious is that makes you laugh, very comical. So the right answer is funny, the second option, funny. If your friend always thinks the best will happen, he or she is dash. So your friend is always of the idea that something good is going to happen. We need not keep getting upset about failures, keep fretting over failures. Then the friend is humorous, optimistic, creative, frank. So humorous is laughing at everything, but here the friend has the hope that something, only the best will happen. So optimistic, always hoping for the best, having a positive attitude. Then creative, of course, you keep imagining new things, novel ideas of seeing something, of doing something. Then frank is outspoken. The best answer here is optimistic. A solemn promise or undertaking. So promise, vote, pledge, agreement. So it is a pledge, a solemn promise or undertaking. So it is a pledge. Then students screaming in a hall will create a dash. Imagine if the teacher is not there and all the students start shouting and talking and creating noise, then it will result in argument, drama, illusion, pandemonium. So pandemonium is the right answer. Great confusion, chaos, such a lot of noise. Next one, I would leave earlier so that I can avoid the dash. So rush hour, I can avoid the rush hour. Now we got some words, you have to match the root words with their meaning. So they are mingled. You have to pick out the right answer. Ocle city, odd eye, herb here. So ocular, ocular refers to the eye. So ocle, eye. Then audio, audio means your hearing sense. So it is here, pertaining to the ears. Audio, visual, audio. Then herb refers to urban. So city is your right answer. Second set, auto life, bio water, hider self. So auto is self, your autobiography. Then bio, bio is life, biology, plant life, animal life, so on. Hider is water. Third set, mono, phone, tele. Mono sound, phone far off, tele one. Right answers: mono, one, single, single person, single syllable, monosyllable. Then phone, sound, your phonetics, phonics, etc. Then tele, far off, your telegram and so on. Then pseudo, light, psycho, false, photo, soul or spirit. So pseudo, pseudonym, so writer writing under a false name. So pseudo, false. Psycho refers to the soul or spirit, and photo, of course, light. Therm, measure, meter, beneath, hypo, heat. So therm, thermometer, thermal refers to heat. Then meter, measure, a unit of measurement. Then hypo, hyper, hypo. Hyper is above, hypo, overactive, hyper. So hypo is beneath. Inter, against, trans, between, anti, across. So inter, between, interchange, exchange between. Then transatlantic, trans, across, and anti, against, anti-social elements. So we'll just move on with one more brief exercise. Give one word for the following. The number of letters are mentioned. To fall down because of illness or weakness. So you just collapse. Count the number of letters, you'll get 8 letters there. To hurt or cause physical harm, injure. To have an uncomfortable feeling on the skin. So it could even be itch, I-T-C-H, 4 letter, or pain. Itch would be better there. So children, I advise you to improve your vocabulary a lot by reading. Almost in every session, I keep advising you to do this. Read a lot so that your vocabulary will improve greatly. And the moment you see something, your diction will guide you to the right answer. Immediately you will think of the right answer. It will come to you automatically. It requires lots of time, effort and patience. So now we got plenty of time available with you. So please practice. Develop all the 4 skills: listening, reading, speaking and writing. And definitely you will be able to master the subject and score very high in your examination and prove that you are an expert in the language. So do well, children. Wish you all the best. Thank you.